And what is going on? Let's freaking get it. Your boy is back, baby. I say that every time, but like honestly, it gets me fired up. Gets me fired up. You know the freaking vibes. Let's get it. Super excited to bring you guys another live podcast episode. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Let's get started. Let's get into today's episode as soon as I can get this. Perfect. Sweet. Let's get it. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. It's your boy, Coach Sal. Let's freaking get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about mastering your mornings and ultimately mastering your life as a byproduct. So let's start this off with the question, as always. Do you find yourself hitting snooze or maybe being reluctant to get up in the morning? I know I could attest for that. And here is the thing to understand. If we're not prioritizing nighttime routines, a bedtime ritual, and making sure that you're getting into quality REM sleep patterns, it's going to be really difficult for you to actually wake up. We put such an emphasis on the time that we need to be up and, making sure that we're hitting the alarm, but why are we not prioritizing the night before? Because that's where it's actually crucial, right? We're laying in bed, we're trying to fall asleep, scrolling on our phones, but that is the exact issue. And I'm going to break that down in today's episode as to why that's holding you back. Because if you think about it, right? You lay in bed, you're scrolling on your phone, you're trying to fall asleep, but you just can't seem to go to bed. We've all been there, right? So a couple tips in order to really combat that is be strategic with the nighttime scrolling. Be intentional. Like literally, this is something that I implemented too, is literally just setting a time that you're going to put your phone down. For me, 8 p.m., phone's down. My lights are off. I got a candle lit. I got my blue light glasses on, and I'm listening to a podcast on my TV. That's my nighttime ritual. And I think it's super important to find something that works for you because, again, if we're just fixated on trying to get up but we're not getting good sleep, then we're going to be hitting snooze and we're going to be falling into that reactive state, which is what I'm really trying to get across. Because if you're falling in that reactive state, you're hitting snooze, you're constantly rushing around throughout the day, you're putting yourself in a high stress environment. You guys have heard me talk about stress and how when you're stressed consistently, you're releasing a lot of cortisol, which is a negative hormone, which is impacting your body in all kinds of ways. Fuck that. You don't need to feel that way. So what I say for my clients is to literally just get up 20, 30 minutes earlier. And in order to do that, you need to implement some type of bedtime ritual, some type of nighttime routine to get you into a quality sleeping pattern. For me, I like to take a shower. I'm intentional with my screens at night. I have blue light glasses. I make sure that I have a candle lit. I'm listening to a podcast. And there goes my ring light. But it really looks different for everybody. All I'm trying to say is that you got to try different things. Right? Like if you're continuously making the same decision on trying to fall asleep, but you're not, then how do you expect to have a different result? Right? So it's important to really take time for you, for yourself. I'm going to say that again. Take time for you. I personally love making sure that I'm getting into quality sleep. Like I take that very seriously and I sacrifice a lot of things in order to make that happen. I used to play a lot of video games. I don't do that much anymore. I used to hang out and go out all the time. I don't do that anymore. Why? Because I'm very laser focused on the things that I'm trying to accomplish. Not to say that you have to be that way, but point being is that you're always hitting snooze and you're always rushing around and you always feel stressed. You're literally doing damage to your body as a byproduct of doing that. That's something that I really focus on with my clients too. Like, hey, we need to get really strategic with our nighttime routine. That way we could implement a quality morning routine. Make sure that you take time to ground yourself before you let the world in. And that's another topic that I want to touch on, right? Like this is the thing that I really want to get across today. We take so much time and effort to show up at a job, our friends, relationships, all these different things. But what gets overlooked is actually taking the time for yourself. And it can simply be just a small morning routine that you do in order to ground yourself, get present before you pick up your phone. I am really strategic and intentional with that. Like I make sure that I journal. This is personally what I like to do. Like when I get up in the morning, I journal a little bit. I like to meditate. I like to read, maybe a quick stretch, throw a podcast on. And I do that before I pick up my work phone because I have two phones, even though, what the hell is that? I have two phones. I have a personal line and I have a business line. And before I pick up my business line, I make sure that I get my routine done. It's not even really about the sole acts that I'm doing. It's more so to ground myself before I let the world in. It's something that's made a tremendous difference in my life and how I operate consistently. Literally just taking a couple minutes to breathe. I've seen the implementation of both of those make a tremendous difference. Does that make sense? What's good, Brian? Rachel, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's get it. Thank you guys. Are you guys getting value? If so, drop some fire emojis in the comments. Okay? Let's keep this rolling. Because that's something that I really like to talk about with my clients as well. Like, hey, if we're not taking care of you, because it all stems from you, your mindset, your perspectives, your beliefs, your mood, your energy. So if we're not taking care of ourselves by getting quality sleep and making sure that we're implementing a morning routine, then it's going to be difficult for us to show up anywhere else, no matter what it is, job, relationships, social events, gym, whatever. You are the cause of it all. I'm going to say that again. You are the cause of it all. It all stems from you and your mind. And when you grasp that and understand that, hey, all I got to do is make a couple tweaks here and there, and I'm going to feel a lot better. Guys, it's simple. Make sure you're intentional with your screens at night. Get up 20 minutes earlier. Do a couple minutes of meditation. Stretch. Go for a walk. Whatever it is. Like, go walk your dog before you pick up your phone and start scrolling on social media. Because once you pick up that phone, the day starts. That's it. You check a work email, a friend texts you, you let the world in. And the concept that I'm trying to say is you have to take care of yourself and your mind and your body before you let the world in. Otherwise, you're going to continuously be in this reactive state of rushing around and always being behind and feeling stressed. Like, if we make the argument that all we have is time, then why are we not trying to utilize that properly? Simply taking a few minutes to just take care of yourself. Focus on your breath. Like, just chill. Like, honestly, that's made all of the difference in my life the last couple of years, is literally just taking that 20 minutes in the morning to breathe, to journal, to reflect and read before I pick up my phone. You get the kicker, before I pick up my phone. And I'm even trying to do a better job of that. Like, I want to go on more walks because I just moved to Florida and I haven't really been doing much outside, believe it or not. Yeah, because I've been working like a slave and doing this prep, right? Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but you get the point. Personally, like, I love meditation. I love reading, yoga. And also something that I've really found is seeking new information becomes very addicting. And it's funny because when I was growing up, I was a terrible student. I was a C+ student at best in high school. I barely graduated college. I had a difficult time getting a job coming out. And that's why I got into training, because I'm actually passionate about it and I like helping other people. So that's the goal of today's episode, is for you to take some form of this information and then go and implement that into your life. And that's really the whole principle behind this podcast and these streams, my coaching business, all of these things. So in summary, make sure you're being intentional with your screens at night. Just get up 20, 30 minutes earlier. Take some time for you. Walk your dog. Go ride a bike. Stretch for a couple minutes. Meditate. Read. Whatever it is. Personally, I've really been doing a lot of journaling. Just literally writing out my thoughts have just like helped me empty my mind a little bit. And again, the kicker, please guys, take this. If you take nothing else from today's episode, please take this. Do these tasks before you pick up your phone. The minute you pick up your phone, the day starts. You're scrolling on social media, you check work emails, you get a text that you don't expect, and then all of a sudden you're roped into a bunch of other things. And I've seen that implementing a bedtime ritual, a morning routine, can help lower stress, improve your mood, and give you some more time to give back to you and your life. And then as a byproduct of doing that, you'll be able to show up with more energy, enthusiasm, and intent to all the things that you're doing. So guys, that is it. That is all. Peace, love, and protein. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's get it. Rachel, morning routines are so rewarding, and I totally agree. Honestly, like, it's been something that I've really leaned into the last couple of years, like I mentioned, and it's made a world of a difference. Let's see, scroll through the TikTok comments. TikTok comments are always lively. Colette, am I saying that right? Colette, I appreciate you. Hello from Tennessee. The comments, put my phone in the other room. Getting up early is key. I love that. Let me get the mullet fade. You know the vibes. We're growing it out, baby. Allison, I appreciate the follow. Thank you. That is all the comments. Not much support today, but that is it. That is all, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I want to make sure I keep these short and sweet at around 10 minutes. So we'll be back again tomorrow. I'm flying home, and have the best day of your lives. I'm going to go get another meal in, check in with my clients, and keep the day rolling. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next